Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of WMSC's Local Live. Broadcasting tonight from Anodyne on Bruce and Walker's Point. Shout out to our in-house audience. Give yourselves a hand. Tonight's show is also being live streamed. You can watch along at WMSC.org as well as on WMSC's Facebook page and YouTube.
Hello, Sid. How are you? Just wanted to say hello before we get going here.
I'm good, Matt. Thanks for coming out and co-hosting today.
And happy Shay Day to you.
And a happy Shay Day to you.
To all who celebrate.
Wait, and a happy birthday to Nolan Day, too.
Yeah, we have a lot of birthdays to discuss on tonight's show. Yeah, we're going to get to that. Tonight's band, I'm very, very excited. Thank you for having me co-host this particular episode, Sid, because I'm very, very excited about tonight's guest. Now, when you think of great modern Milwaukee musical artists, who do you think of? You think of new groups like the Violent Femmes, you think of the Steve Miller Band, you think of Liberace. I think of tonight's guest. Now, calling them new, modern, that may be up for debate because it's been a few years since we've heard from this band. But I love them. You're going to love them, too. I'm very, very excited for tonight's guest, Piles.
Local Live is presented by Third Space Brewing. You have your home, you have your work, but everyone needs a third space. Now, please give a warm welcome to our musical guest, Piles.
Let's tonight tear it apart. Memory corrupts. Better believe what you want. A lucid mind. Maybe I'm just a liar. Just storylines. Time isn't a purifier. In an endless winter. Once you bury your heart, thinking I'll see you. Can I see where you are? What was the last time we touched you? Getting close on your eyes. Where do you go when you disappear? Can I see? Everything is endlessly changing. The falling point desperately elevated. Breathe deep, I must be replaced. It's never enough, or I'm still vacant. In an endless winter, so can I see where you are? What was the last time we touched you? Getting close on the wall. Where did you go when you disappeared? Can I see you into the wallpaper? Come down, I want to see you. You know now, wait for your call. Now no, won't call. Into the wallpaper. Come down, I want to see you. You know now, wait for your call. And I know you won't call. Into the
Give it up for Piles. Woo! All right, now is the time for the question situation. But first and foremost, introduce yourselves so that everybody watching knows who's who.
Hey, I'm Jesse. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Nolan. I play bass and sing. Andrew playing guitar and singing some.
Andrew playing drums.
We got Drew on drums, another Drew.
Excellent. One more time. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
file. Now, we should get this out of the way. We alluded to this up front, but Nolan, it's your birthday. Happy Sweet 16. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very exciting. Now, I also alluded this to in the beginning of the show that it's been a little while since we've heard from the Piles. Now, you have a new record out. The record is fantastic, by the way. Congratulations. We'll be talking about it. And I believe you're going to be playing most of, if not all of it, tonight.
Yeah, all of it. For
So
sure.
we're looking forward to that. The record is called 553. We're going to delve into the secret meaning behind that, which I think I know what it is. So congrats on the album. And I guess my first question is, where you guys been for the last 6 years or so?
In our houses.
Uh-huh.
For a lot of the time. I guess there's a few years there that I think we all remember.
Didn't do anything for a couple of years.
Yeah. But right when we got the vaccine, we went back to work. By work, I mean back to Piles.
We started playing in the garage again with the door open and tried to play it safe. And then, once we felt comfortable enough, we kind of moved down into my basement. And, it took a couple of years off. But, we jammed like 2 years without even playing a show or telling anyone we were doing it. So
Maybe it just seems longer because of course, we're kind of talking about the pandemic around 2020, 21. The before times, exactly. And you had your previous records, let's see, Planet Skin, that was 2015, and then a couple years later you had Expeller. Both fantastic albums. I see them here available in the popular vinyl format for purchase. So heads up, everyone. And now you're out with 553. So what kind of made you decide to kind of put a record together? Would you consider this a comeback album or just a kind of like, hey, we just started playing again?
Definitely just started playing again, yeah.
It didn't feel like a comeback. We're still friends the whole time. We'd still hang out, and it wasn't like, let's get back together and do it. It just happened. We started playing. We're like, we have time now. Let's try it. And these songs just kind of fell into place just from doing that. So it was, I think we have a record. Let's record it. It was one of those kinds of things. It was nice.
And where was the record recorded? Was it self-recorded? You guys also have kind of like your own label, is that correct?
Well, yeah, it's Burgle Records, but that's just what I call things when I organize them or we organize them.
Don't tell the IRS.
Yeah, there's no tax code or anything. We recorded it at this guy's studio. He's got a little studio on Mitchell Street. I don't know how much you want me to say about it. But he's now playing guitar with us too, because he recorded us and he mixed it, mastered it, and added some instruments that we liked, and we're like, yeah, leave it. It sounds great. So here he is, playing along.
Very nice, because as all Piles heads know, the Piles, previously a three-piece, or for a long time
Absolutely.
a three-piece.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And now here you are, full force, four-piece. Congrats.
Does it feel different? Is it easier for you? Is it you've got somebody else to pick up some of the slack that you were doing previously?
Oh, yeah. I think, we are ecstatic that Andy's joined us.
It's great to have rhythm guitar, and like you don't have to play rhythm and...
I'm incapable of playing rhythm, so it helps me a lot, yeah.
I want to get back to the title of the album, 553, because I feel like it's going to be one of those mysteries unless you actually just clear it up right now. Why?
It's so boring.
Please don't say it's like your longest song is 5 minutes and 53 seconds, which it's not.
No. Oh, okay. Well, we're a little older now than we used to be, and we don't play so late at night anymore. So we used to get together 8 or 9 o'clock at night and play till late and whatever, and partied up. And now we would always plan to meet at 6 p.m. at my house, but these guys would always show up even earlier than that, ready to play. And it happened so many times that it was 5:53 on the dot. We're like, all right, that's the record.
All right, note to self, you've got to come up with something better than that.
I was completely wrong. I don't know. I think that's a great
I'm surprised you
explanation.
had it, I guess. I want to hear your
Yeah,
story.
My
Answer for
theory
us.
is, well, let's talk about the record. It's got 7 tracks on it, the new record, 553. Or does it have 8? Now, I believe there's something of a
Kind of is 9. Yeah.
kind of a secret track at the end. Kind of the last track is kind of 2 in 1, and the second song of that long track begins at about 553.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Wow.
Oh.
You can use that. Yeah, I don't know. That's true. I don't know.
It was meant to be. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah.
I'm gonna use that from now on.
Please, just, say it was planned all along, so happy
Or
to
change
help.
it every time. Just be like 5:53. It's magic. It has to do with
Microwave
this
was flashing,
space.
you know.
I think Andy did do that, right, Andy? Was that your idea? No, it wasn't. Okay.
It was fake.
Wow, it's fake.
Just own it. It's fine. Take it.
Exactly. Are you guys planning on doing some videos for the record?
We did a couple of videos.
Okay.
There's 2 out there somewhere in the world. I floated out. I kind of made them just by myself with some goofy footage, and one where I was riding a bike around town, mouthing all the words, and they exist. Maybe I need to post them again.
They're very good. The one I think you're talking about, was it for Be the Way?
Be the Way,
That's the bike one, which has footage of you kind of biking around town. But it's also kind of shot on. It's shot. There's like another screen. You're shooting like TVs playing that footage, which I thought was a nice touch.
Right on. Thank you.
What is next for Piles? Are you, besides your record release show, which is this Sunday? Is that correct?
Sunday at 7 p.m. at Cactus Club. Yeah.
You guys really do like the early show, eh?
Yeah. I tried to
Me
do
too.
it earlier than that, but they had something else going on.
Do it at 5:53.
That's what we should have done.
And where can folks find out about what you're up to? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is
The
it?
Instagram, it's like _piles_, and that's where we use for more than anything else. I'll update the Facebook once in a while, but I don't look at it as much anymore.
We've got a lot of shows coming up. There's Company Brewing, right?
Yeah, in July we're playing Company Brewing. I think we're playing the Bremen Street Festival they're organizing too, at Bremen Cafe.
Nice.
We're playing at Promises on the 16th also with Cult of Lip from Madison. So we have a couple things coming up. Our big summer tour, about 5 shows booked. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's looking good.
Comeback tour.
We'll do more stuff too.
Does it feel different this time around? Since it has been 6 years since you released a record, does it feel different, or does it feel like putting on an old pair of shoes or something?
It's a lot more exciting for me. I think it's easy to take things for granted. I mean, I think a lot of us learned that during the pandemic. So, I've been really looking forward to playing out again. And thanks so much for coming. We really appreciate it.
Cheers to you.
So, definitely cherishing it a lot more. Trying to have fun.
All right.
It's more stressful the first time around. Now it's fun.
Good. That's what we like to hear. Well, all right. Let's go on to your next set of music, please.
Piles, ladies and gentlemen. Milwaukee greats, Piles, playing selections from their new LP. It is called 553. It is available now on streaming. Is there plans for a physical release of the record?
I'm making some tape copies, very few limited, but I'm not doing vinyl this time around. It's hard to say. Unless someone out there wants to pay for it, then we'll do it. But
we'll see if we can get a tip jar going here and see if we can make that happen. Now, you mentioned
streamers, yeah.
you mentioned you had the record release show is this Sunday at Cactus Club. That is with Fake Twin, Red Stuff, and Haze Fader. Am I correct?
Yep, you are correct.
Red Stuff. That is Tom Wanderer's band, right?
WMSC DJ Tom Wanderer. We love
WMSC
him.
great Tom Wanderer. And will the cassettes be available at the show?
Yes, and in lieu of vinyl, we're having some really cool, like, limited edition posters made that are like the album art that will come with a download code also, and those will be at the show on Sunday as well.
Very cool. All right, I've got a very serious question for you. What is with the squishing of two songs together? Are you worried that somebody's going to like listen to the first song and then just skip the second song that's supposed to follow it?
I feel like, well, they kind of all happened in pieces while we were writing them, and it felt like this is the same thing, or it could be connected. Let's see if we can do it. I don't know. That was the benefit of not having deadlines. It was like, this worked today. Let's try that again next time. You know, we have our practice space mic'd up well enough that we can record all our practices and listen back. And oh, that was a cool idea. Let's try that this way. A lot of that happens. Yeah.
Okay, so just for a bigger explanation for listening audience, there are tracks that will have two titles, and it's all in one long track. So I guess that's where my confusion is because why wouldn't you make it? I mean, I know you're saying it fits together, but isn't that part of making an album, is having the songs follow each other?
Yeah, I guess you're right, but every song's in the same key too, so we could really play all of them together.
Very good, very good.
Is that right? Every song is in the same key?
Maybe not all of them, but pretty close. Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, breaking news here. The truth behind Piles here. All their songs are in.
You're rethinking your Milwaukee legends. You're like, oh, these guys are just writing the
I know,
same
yeah.
song.
I know. One step below the Steve Miller Band now, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, you've been playing tracks from the new album. I believe now, if this set list is correct, the next set is going to contain a Piles classic. One of my favorite songs, and this is not me just talking silly here, but legitimately one of my favorite Milwaukee songs of all time. The song is Blue Glue. And it's a song that, for Milwaukee Record, we used it for years as kind of the theme song to it. We had a podcast when we first launched.
Still waiting for that check.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, did we ever even ask you if we could use that? I don't know.
There was like an email once, and we were like, sure, okay.
Well, we made literally dozens of dollars off that podcast, so we can...
You guys have paid us back. And
we can share the wealth after the show. But yeah, really looking forward to that. To hearing that song. It's a fantastic song. Now, for your upcoming shows, do you have any plans revisiting old material? And if so, does that material get reworked, or are you just kind of winging it?
I mean, I think I'm always the one that doesn't want to do
Jesse
the old
never wants
songs.
to play
Okay.
the old songs, yeah.
But I think we'll try to do a few older ones in the key of D, like all the other ones. Make sure.
Okay, it's D. Good to know. I'm going to jot that down.
Have you perused, Matt, the new set list of songs so that you can pick one out for your next podcast?
Oh, yeah, I'm on the hunt. Actually, the song that you just finished with, In the Morning, from the new record, is hands down my favorite. I mean, it's such a strong record, top to bottom. That song, though, In the Morning, my favorite. Been listening to this album constantly for the last week, so it's awesome to hear it live.
Thank you.
Now, do you think it's going to take you 6 years to make your next record?
Yeah, definitely. I know, there's about 4 or 5 songs that are pretty close now.
We did stop playing a few years before the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we stopped in like 2017, something like that.
We did other projects for a while.
So Nolan had Nastos, which you guys should check out, especially when I played guitar and towards the end of it. Yeah, and then I played in North Dakota and some other bands, and then we got back together after the pandemic. So this one was like, I think a year and a half, 2 years maybe, that we were writing it since the pandemic.
Who's the lyricist of the band?
We both write lyrics, So
Is it collaborative, or do you
no,
come in with your?
no, not collaborative.
I sometimes sing along with him with the wrong words.
Yeah, and I don't care about the words so much. I'm ashamed to say that I welcome any of his edits and additions. So
Are you both collaborative with the songwriting?
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of these were, just jamming and turning them into songs. I guess Be the Way and Ice Age were. I brought that one full and you brought Ice Age full, which was like a piles first. But other than that, it's always like, here's a riff, build it together. Yeah.
Is there a magic moment when you're sort of like, eureka, we found the song?
when we hit the key of D, then we know like, oh, this is it. We got it. We're back.
There's like a lifting feeling that like once it's going, you know you got something. You can feel it.
Like when you're playing the same notes. That's the real lifting feeling. But honestly, yeah, when you change, sometimes we'll get like a change. It'll just happen, and we end up playing the same notes, and we just probably the key of D again. But randomly went into the same note, and that's a powerful thing. You're like, oh yeah, there we go. It's a new part. So.
And we've been playing together for Jesse and I for 10 years now, so it happens a lot.
This latest record reminds me a lot of Spiritualized or something along that ilk of band. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but it's got that very full-bodied sound. Do you come up with this? Did you come up with the sound on your own, or is it influences that came in to you from bands that you've listened to? I'm just curious because there's not a lot of bands that, to me, sound like that.
Yeah, I like bands with a lot of effects and kind of atmospheric stuff. So I think it adds like a different layer of melodies that they're not necessarily even playing. They just kind of happen with all this stuff going on. I think that's really exciting. I guess My Bloody Valentine would be a good example of that. Like there's just so much wall of noise, and you can hear little melodies and where you wouldn't really necessarily expect it, or they weren't necessarily planned. And so yeah, I like adding as much effects as possible, honestly, and making it as atmospheric as possible.
Some nice big open notes and open strings. It kind of feels like you're swimming in it a little bit. It's nice.
So if you were going to add a fifth member to Pile, what instrument would it be?
Another drummer.
Two
drummers.
Just so Drew could do more solos. It's just
No, I don't know. Yeah, tambourine.
Yeah, we could use. Anyone want to play tambourine? Tonight we could add a fifth right now.
So no synthesizer, no keyboards, no
I'd love
cello,
that.
no.
Yeah, all of it. I think that would be the dream, is have an orchestra. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, for sure.
So you guys, I mentioned the groups you're playing with for the record release show. It's Fake Twin, Red Stuff, and Haze Fader. Who else do you like these days playing in Milwaukee? Who's good? Who are you listening to? Who are you playing with? Who should we listen to in the Milwaukee scene, other than, of course,
I just
yourself?
told you that we play at 5:53 at night every time. So, who do we like?
I like Haunter. We played with Haunter this past fall. So yeah, definitely a band I would check out if you guys haven't heard them before.
What's Elisa's band? Credentials? I think so, yeah. Apollo Vermouth, anything she's working on is awesome.
I was going to say, yeah, she's fantastic. Brief Candles, kind of another band in your wheelhouse,
Absolutely.
I think, kind of the dreamy, post-punky, shoegazy stuff. They're been around for a long, long time, so... yeah, it's, I don't know, I definitely hear, My Bloody Valentine, a little bit of Yola Tango prettiness to your music as well, so it's right in my wheelhouse. Love it, love it.
All right, so Inquirer Minds are also wondering, when Matt grouped you in with Steve Miller Band, Violent Femmes,
That's right.
and what was the
Liberace.
And Liberace. Is there one of those three that you like more than all the others?
Yeah, you got to go with the Rachi.
Liberace.
Yeah.
Or is there one missing?
Oh.
Is it Les Paul?
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to extend this to the greater Milwaukee area. I don't know. Is Liberace, I don't know, West Dallas or something? I don't know. We should probably get back to some music, shouldn't we?
We should.
We have a few more selections from 553, and as I said before, a fantastic oldie but a goodie from
Great.
Piles.
We're mixing it up a little bit. Here we go. Sure.
Yeah, 'cause I didn't. Yeah.
You don't have your cable on.
Thank
Thank you, thank you. Just want to say thanks to WMSE for having us and doing this tonight. We're up to our last couple songs here, so here we go.
still dreaming, ripping off of the suture. It's not healing, I do not believe the future. I'm still dreaming, ripping off of the suture. It's not healing, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Piles, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Playing the new record, 553, that is out now. The record release is this coming Sunday at Cactus Club. Tonight's edition of Local Live was broadcast and live streamed from Anodyne and Bruce in Walker's Point. Local Live is a production of 91.7 WMSE, produced by Sid, that's her, and me, I'm Matt. Audio and video engineering by Neverland Productions. All graphics by Urchrock Design. Band hospitality by Transfer Pizza. Local Live is presented by Third Space Brewing and Piles. Gentlemen, thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Have a good night.
Find upcoming guests and archives of past Local Live segments at WMSC.org and tune in again next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for another in-studio session with musical guests Delicious Monsters. And stay tuned for more info about our next live from Anodyne show on July 11th. Thanks again, everyone, for coming out.
Good night.